Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tonka A Tech, and we're back with another video. If I get to already, God, if I got right now, God's open doors, people, all you want people, NGs are running pretty much. Today's video, we're here to rap about the idiots, the Washington Commanders. Let's talk. So, today's video, we're going to talk about if the Washington Commanders embrace a full-on rebuild, they must be calculated. And this is how you're going to have to be calculated when it comes to this rebuild, right? So let's just say they don't want to retool. They don't want Sam to be the quarterback. We want to get all these veterans. You might keep the younger ones like a Curtis Samuel, somebody that can be a part of the rebuild. I think Curtis Samuel's like 26 or something like that, maybe 27. He might not be old. He might not be old at all. I'm trying to see now. I think he's relatively young. So he's 27 years of age. So he might be a part of the rebuild, maybe. But yeah. He also has 2 more years on his contract. So might be better to bring him back, but none of my business. But let's say they don't want to bring back none of the veterans. They will say bye to Cameron Curl, bye, trade John Allen, trade Terry McLaurin, even attempt to trade Deron Payne away. If they want to go just full on epic, this is how you have to do it. You have to be calculated. You cannot just willy-nilly just make moves. If you just do that, you're going to hurt your cap space. You hurt your flexibility, and you'll hurt your ability to sign players and also get the appropriate draft capital in order to do the rebuild. Now, I don't think they're going to trade Deron Payne. Here's why. Now, if they did it, however, they would have to do it in a certain manner. So, I'm going to put the screenshot up here for you somewhere, but I'm going to read this contract. It's 4 years, $90 million, $20 million signing bonus. Average salary is $22.5 million. Excuse me. Total guarantee is $59 and $10,000, and guarantee assigned is $55 million and $10,000. So his base salary this year is 2.5. Cap is 8.6. Dead cap will be $55 million. Next year, however, his cap hit goes up from 8.6 to 21.60. So, and we still have $90 million in cap space, even with these cap numbers going up like this. And even Terry McLaurin's cap number jumps up a little bit next year, too. And his dead cap is $46,400,000. Yeah. So how do you move this contract if you wanted to? So you would have to do it as a post June 1st move. It's not ideal. So if you wanted to do it, you had to get a 2025 draft pick. So you won't get any immediate asset for him, which sucks. I would have moved Deron Payne first. He's 26 years of age. He's the perfect age for a rebuild. He's not old. It's perfectly fine. And I don't think this is going to be one of these 2, 3, 5, 4-year rebuilds. I look at the Texans. Texans just had the number 2 pick in the draft. They're going to make the playoffs. If you get the right coaching staff in here, it will not take long. Because there's some young talent on this team I like. I actually like Quan Martin. I think Emmanuel Forbes is salvageable. I wouldn't mind bringing back Cameron Curl at the right price. This doesn't have to be a long 3-year process. It doesn't. It doesn't. Now, to contend for a championship might take 3 years. But to go from 4-13 to make the playoffs, no. This shouldn't take long at all. You bring the right GM in here. You bring the right VP of football operations in here. You bring in the right assistant GM. I think they had to have a full structure. And Eugene Shin all have to have the same mindset, the same analytical mindset. Combine their mindsets together. This won't take long. This is not the process with the 76ers. And I'm a Sixers fan, and I know this. This will not be the trust the process, embrace the process, trade everybody, eat up dead money. No. That's just stupid. No. So the way you have to do if you go on full-on rebuild is Terry McLaurin has a nice bit of dead money too attached to him. it won't hurt as much, but it would definitely hurt a little bit. It hurt your cap space a little bit. So looking at Terry McLaurin's contract breakdown, and you would hate to do this too because I don't want to trade Terry personally. I don't want to trade Terry McLaurin. If he requests a trade, I will gladly give him his wish, grant him his wish, but I prefer not to move him if possible. At least for this year. I think one more year of Terry and then you move him, I'm kind of fine with it. But let's see. All right, so his base salary this year will be 2.2. Done. Because a lot of money was up front, I think. So, oh my gosh, I'm trying to. That's crap, stupid thing. All these stupid ads on the way. I'm trying to see the contract. All right, so this, if you cut him, this should be 39 million. You're too late to see the cut him. That's stupid. So if you trade him post June 1st, you save $18.5 million in cap space. So if you trade him pre-June 1st, you lose $5.2 million in cap space. I'm not going to lie to you. I would make it a post-June 1st move if I were to trade Terry McLaurin. I don't need the asset right now. I don't need it right now. I don't need it. I've never had the cap flexibility. You want to maximize your cap flexibility in order to get players. We had $90 million in cap space. I want to keep it that way. I don't want to lose cap space. So moving Duran before June 1st is stupid. Moving Terry McLaurin before June 1st is stupid. Just don't do it. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. This is why Ron Rivera is stupid. And why Ron Rivera, the GM, is gone and the head coach is gone. Because he did dumb stuff like cut Paul Richardson and eat $8 million in dead money and lose $6 million in cap space. That's dumb. That's dumb. Because you were geeking to make a move. Stuff like that. Little stuff like that hurts you, bro. You got to be very calculated. Everything must be beneficial. Losing cap space to gain draft picks is not fully beneficial. It's not. Maximize your cap flexibility and maximize your future assets. Because maybe that 2025 second round pick could be Shedeur Sanders. Didn't think about that, did you? If they don't draft a quarterback, let's say roll with Sam. And I think this is what they should do. If you can't grab Caleb and you can't grab Drake May, roll with Sam. Roll with Sam. Roll with Sam. And if you want to draft the quarterback, cool. That means you got to get as many assets as you can to build a team around this quarterback real quick. Don't waste no time now. I think they need to cut Andrew Wiley. If you can save cap space, if you don't lose any veteran on this roster currently today, right now, that you can gain cap space by releasing, cut them. Cut them all. Andrew Wiley, Charles Leno Jr., Logan Thomas, cut them all. Cut them all. And I will only bring back certain players for certain deals. I'll be very, very calculated. Cameron Curl, my max for you is $10 million per year. If you want more than that, you can rock. Curtis Samuel, I would love to bring you back. My max is $6 to $7 million per year. If you don't want to take that, I can rock. I can rock without you, bro. And you have to be calculated. Like, I know we want to bring some of these players back. I get that. Antonio Gibson, I'm not paying a running back. I'm sorry. I'll draft one. Screw it. Bye. Wish you nothing but the best, bro. These other free agents. Kendall Fuller. My max for him is like $10 million per. He wants more than his original contract when he signed here when we were still the Redskins. I'm good. You can rock, bro. I'm not paying it. To bring in new guys that I know could be impactful. Brian Burns can get the bag. T. Higgins can get a bag. Curtis Samuel can get an extension. But if he wants 13, 14 minutes, I'm not paying that. I'm not doing that. I pay 10. Maybe 10-5. I'm pushing it. But I won't even pay that for real. Because also his first year was completely wasted by injury. So I really ain't trying to pay that. You really just got $10 million out of me, and I ain't really getting nothing out of you the first year. So yeah, you gotta be very calculated with these moves, man. Like you can't just, I'm gonna trade De'Ron and lose $25 million in cap space to get a second round pick. No. That's a potential blue chip player you just lost in free agency off that money you just lost. No. Be smart. Wait till June 1st, make it a post June 1st move, and do that. Same with Terry. If you want to move Terry McLaurin, fine. Make it a post June 1st move and save $18.5 million and take the 2025 second round pick. Or 2025 third rounder and fourth, whatever you get for Terry. It's nothing wrong with getting future assets. You won't have to get all the assets this year. Unless they want to speed this process up, which I don't mind. If you speed the process, you got to keep Terry now. You got to hold on to Terry for one more year now. Unless he asks for out. And that's when you make that a post in first trade. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if Terry don't ask for out, he doesn't request a trade, say trade me, then hold on to him. Unless you're going to make it a June 1st trade. Losing cap space is dumb. The only way I'm willing to eat the $5.2 million if a team give me a first round pick for Terry McLaurin, a 2024 first round pick specifically. If that's the case, have at it. I don't care about the $5.2 million there. But you have to be calculated. Every dollar counts. Every move counts. If you want to make this the team that's going to contend for championships, team that contend for championships have assets, have cap flexibility, and a quarterback. Some people think we only have one of those things, which is cap flexibility and assets, or two things. I think we have all three. If they hold on to Sam. Now, if they draft a quarterback, no problem. And you got the quarterback now. Either way, you're going to have the quarterback. You're going to have all three. You're going to have the cap flexibility. You're going to have the quarterback, and then you're going to have the assets to build the roster. So wasting cap space is something that's stupid. You don't do that. You keep your flexibility. So if you want to move Terry McLaurin and Terry wants out, fine. Eat the 2025 assets. You don't need assets in 2024. You have 10 draft picks. You have 2 second rounders. You have 2 third rounders. You have a first round pick. Unless the compensation is so good in 2024 that you can't pass it up, cool. Get 2025 assets. If someone says, I give you a 2025 second round pick and a 2024 fourth rounder for Terry, and you make it a post June 1st move, sure. I'm cool with that. But like I said, we have to be careful. We can't just willy-nilly just move niggas to move niggas. Can't just be trading people away and just willy-nilly just do it. No, we have to be calculated and smart about it. Like De'Ron. Everybody said, trade De'Ron. No. Why trade him right now for? Why are we gigging to trade De'Ron right in the beginning of the offseason? He could be a critical piece for our rebuild. He could be the starting defensive tackle we need. Make him step up. Give him some help. How about that? The one guy I'm willing to trade right now and not care is Jonathan Allen. He wants out anyway, so move him. You save $10 million too. And you save it this year. So you can get 2024 assets and get cap space. That's a smart move. Trading Terry McLaurin right now and losing $5 million in cap space, it's not smart. Moving him a post-June 1st trade, gain $18.5 million in 2024 for a rollover to get more players the next year, that's smart. We have to think smart, y'all. We have to calculate every move and make it right. That's why we have a Eugene Shin here. And I can't wait to see what he does. So I think he's gonna make some moves that are gonna shock some people that might not like these moves, but I'm gonna love every single one of them. So he's gonna be calculated, he's gonna be smart about it, he's gonna calculate the risk plus the reward. That's analytics guys for you. That's gonna do it for today's video, man. We go on a full-on rebuild. If we embrace it and we do the trust the process, whatever you want to call it, that the 76ers did, I'm a Sixers fan, we made calculated moves. And that's why I was able to get Joel Embiid. So we were able to draft Ben Simmons. We moved Ben Simmons for Harden, or we moved Harden for whatever we got for Harden, because we were able to make calculated moves. And now we're in the playoffs every year, always contending for at least the Eastern Conference championship every year, because we made calculated moves. Same with the Washington Commanders here. They make calculated moves, keep the cap flexibility, and get a couple of star players. Because for real, a team is structured like this. Before I get out of here, it's the last thing I'm going to say before I get out of here. You have a star in each of your levels of offense and defense. So, for example, you have one legit star wide receiver. You have one. That's like, you might not have a star tight end, but you have a really solid starting tight end, right? You have one star on your offensive line, which is most time your left tackle. Most time your running back might not be a star, but he's a good running back, right? I believe Brian Robinson could be a star in this league. I believe in Brian Robinson's potential. I like B-Rob a lot. I'm a big B-Rob guy. I like Chris Rodriguez as well. And I think we get another like explosive change of pace back. Now your running back room is lit, right? Most time you want the star quarterback, the franchise guy, but you can win with a competent starter, right? So if they don't think these guys are stars, the Jay Daniels of the world, this guy, that guy, Michael Penix Jr., they don't trust his injury history, things like that, you can win with Sam Howell, right? So you have a competent starting quarterback, you get a star left tackle, you have a star wide receiver. That's how your offense is built. If everyone else are complementary pieces to these three pieces. To your starting competent starter, at bare minimum, star quarterback, star wide receiver, star left tackle. If everything else is complementary pieces. Like your wide receiver 2 might be a potential star, right? The wide receiver 3 is really good. When you surround with really good, solid football players. Defense, you have a star in every level of your defense. Defensive line, I think Deron Payne could be a star if he's engaged. He needs to be engaged. That's the thing. He needs to be in the game every game. He needs to be locked in. When he was locked in last year, he was going crazy. I need that Deron. Give me that Deron Payne. He also in a contract year. He wanted to get paid. I get it. Right? He might have been mentally checked out because his team sucks and he's done with the year. No problem. But with this new regime, I think they need to dig in Deron and tell him to get in the game. Just because you got paid, that don't mean we can't move you, bro. Get in the game. Get your head in the game, shawty. I need that locked in guy. Because he's been a good disruptor in the run game. Also been a decent pass rusher at times. He was a really good pass rusher last year, but I wouldn't expect 11.5 sacks. I would never expect that again if he got the contract. But I was hoping he gets at least 6.5, 7 every year. If he does that for me, I'm fine. I'm fine with Deron. That's top 10 defensive tackle production. No problem. But now you have to build pieces around him. I think you need another star on that defensive line from the edge rushing position. Brian Burns, Danielle Hunter, someone like that. Now, do you want to invest into a $30 million pass rusher? If you think it's gonna be a quick rebuild, sure. If not, when you try to get a guy like Josh Allen from the Jaguars, I think they're gonna franchise tag him. They're not letting Josh Allen walk out that door. So I think Brian Burns might be the best guy available, and I don't think the Panthers can afford to franchise tag. So there you go. Now, linebacker, you need a star linebacker. We don't have one of those. We need one of those in the draft, one of those in free agency. We need a star cornerback and 2 solid starting safeties. I think we have one in Cameron Curl that you might want to retain. So just one less need. And I don't think Cameron Curl can cost a ton of money. I don't. So do that. You do that, you get the ball hawk free safety, or you try to figure out you can move one of these cornerbacks that have been really working out like that, like a Forbes or Quan Martin, something like that. Move one of them to free safety, make them be the top, the 30 yards off the ball hawk type of guy. Then you need a star cornerback. We don't have one of those. So you need a star corner, star linebacker, star defensive tackle, star edge rusher. And then the other 7 stars are just solid players. On offense, at least a competent starting quarterback at bare minimum. Because Jared Goff is not a star, but they're winning ball games. And he costs a lot more than Sam Howell. That's why I said all that geeking for a quarterback, we can chill on that right now. We can chill for another year if we need to. You can win with Howell. Howell is capable enough to win ball games. Don't see a problem with that. Don't get the issue. You need a star left tackle. You need a star number 1 wide receiver. And probably say a star right tackle too. So both of your tackles have to be stars in my eyes. So you have 4 stars. Or 3.5 if you want to say the competent starter is not a star. Competent starting quarterback at bare minimum, preferably a franchise guy, but if he's not a franchise guy, at least a capable bridge starter for you. 2 starting star tackles and a star number 1 wide receiver. Even everything else falls into place. When you have your star number 1 wide receiver, then you get the wide receiver 2. The wide receiver 2 becomes the wide receiver 2. You got to do wide receiver 3, and everybody gets into their proper slots. So that's gonna do it for me, man. That's how I think they should go ahead and embrace this rebuild. To get these stars in here. Let's get these stars in here to start win some games, man. It's time, bro. I'm tired of losing, man. Like, comment, subscribe, comment your thoughts.